accessibility and mobility. The minister shall, in consultation with the minister responsible for transport, works and communication, to enable persons with disabilities to live independently and participate fully in all aspects of life. A, take appropriate measures to ensure that persons with disabilities access on an equal basis with others the physical environment, transportation, information and communication, and other facilities and services open or provided to the public, both in urban and rural areas. And B, take effective measures to ensure personal mobility with the greatest possible independence for persons with disabilities, including 1, facilitating the personal mobility of persons with disabilities in the manner and at the time of their choice and at an affordable cost. 2, facilitating access by persons with disabilities to quality mobility aids, devices, assistive technologies, and forms of live assistance and intermediaries. 3, providing training in mobility skills to persons with disabilities and to specialist staff working with persons with disabilities. And 4, encouraging entities that produce mobility aids and devices and assistive technologies to take into account all aspects of mobility for persons with disabilities. Without prejudice to the generality of subsection 1, the measures to be taken shall include the identification and elimination of obstacles and barriers to accessibility which shall apply to A, buildings, roads, transportation, and other indoor and outdoor facilities, including schools, housing, medical facilities, and workplaces. And B, information, communications, and other services, including electronic services and emergency services. 3, the minister shall, in consultation with the minister responsible for transport, works and communication, prescribe A, minimum standards and guidelines for the accessibility of facilities and services open or provided to the public. B, that private entities that offer facilities and services which are open or provided to the public take into account all aspects of accessibility for persons with disabilities. C, in buildings and other facilities open to the public, for sign in Braille and in easy to read and understand forms. D, forms of live assistance and intermediaries, including guides, readers, and professional sign language interpreters to facilitate accessibility to buildings and other facilities open to the public. E, appropriate forms of assistance and support to persons with disabilities to ensure their access to information and communication technologies and systems, including the internet. And F, the design, development, production, and distribution of accessible information and communication technologies and systems at an early stage, so that these technologies and systems become accessible at minimum cost. 4, assistive devices and services for persons with disabilities shall be exempt from tax as may be prescribed under the relevant legislation. 41, a person shall not on the ground of disability deny a person with disability A, admission into any premises to which members of the public are ordinarily admitted, or B, the provision of any services, technologies, and systems become accessible at minimum costs. The assistive devices and services for persons with disabilities shall be exempt from tax as may be prescribed under the relevant legislation. A person shall not, in the ground on the ground of disability, deny a person with disability A, admission into any premises to which members of the public are ordinarily admitted, or B, the provision of any services or amenities to which members of the public are entitled. Owner or occupier of a place to which the public has access shall provide appropriate facilities that make the place accessible to and available for use by persons with disabilities in the prescribed manner. A person with disabilities who is denied admission into any premises or the provision of any service or amenity contrary to this section shall have the right to recover damages in any court of competent jurisdiction.